Okay, thank you, Aderonke, and welcome everybody to Creativity and Legal Crisis 2.0. Last year we had this, and it was actually a phenomenal event that lasted on Twitter Space for more than 3 hours, thereabouts. And this year we are taking it bigger, we are making it better, and we are letting you guys to see and to know the strength that you need to have as a creative, and that's why we brought it in again this year. So whether you are a filmmaker, a graphics designer, a video editor, a motion designer, a shoemaker, a fashion designer, whatever you're doing that is a skill and requires your creativity, even a writer, right? I would boldly say something that there is always other sides to what you're doing. And today, one of the sides we want to talk about is the creativity part. And one thing you should always know that we do in Aba Cinema is to give you the education that you need as a creative to be the best in the field that you are in. So once again this year, we'll be having our phenomenal guest, that's Mr. Ezekiel Oduko Ifechukwu-Deni. And he would be, I think I got the name, but he would be explaining, and we'll be having a conversation. We'll be answering questions to understand your guys and let you guys see from our lens. So, or I say it from the lens at which the law, something like that, sees you. So, good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm good.
It's nice having you.
Pleasure to be here, actually. Thank you for having me today again.
Okay, so let's just go deep into what we want to do, what we have for people today. So when you talk about creativity and legal crisis, what comes to your mind?
When we talk about creativity
And legal crisis.
and legal crisis, legal crisis. Well, what comes to my mind basically, primarily, is intellectual property. And intellectual property, one. Another thing is defamation, two. But defamation in the context of content, while intellectual property in terms of creativity itself generally. So, yeah, mostly intellectual property. That's what first that comes to my mind. But the next thing that I'm going to think of after intellectual property is going to be information or labels.
Okay.
Right.
So the first thing that comes to your mind is intellectual property, and the next thing, majorly intellectual property, and that intellectual property is more like how to protect what you own.
Yeah, intellectual property generally is just protecting what you already, or what a company already, the estates of the assets, basically.
Okay, so let's start with intellectual property. If you want to talk about intellectual property and saying that it is how someone can protect what they own, how can someone actually? I own Aba Cinema, and probably I've not done anything, and I'm hearing now that this is how I can protect, or this is what I need to do to protect. So, what are the things that, I don't know, but now I want you to help us. There will be a list to itemize things that ought to be done in this, should I say, in this Nigeria or in this time of the world now?
Okay, that's very good. It's a good question, all right? Aba Cinema, as a brand or as an individual, that's the first thing you want to take off from.
Okay.
Now, if you are going to be protecting yourself as an individual, it's a lot easier because it's just you. All you just do is to go and trademark it, right? Trademark the name Aba Cinema, so it becomes exclusively yours. But then you are going to be, it's not going to be easily transferable, of course. For you to transfer, you have to change ownership of each of those things you already own. But if you are going to be protecting as a brand, like an organization, then you may just want to, go through CAC, register it, and then use the CAC application to as an owner, your CAC company, your company as the owner of the intellectual properties.
Okay.
Right. So, for example, if you are building a software, you own a brand, and you're doing this, so everything is going to be trademarked or protected to the company. So, should in case there's a change in ownership of the company, you don't need to start changing all these things individually. Those things are those, the only thing you need to do is just change your ownership structure on CAC.
Okay.
Then hand over, and then every other one kind of follows.
It follows suit.
Yeah, so well, that's basically it. But if you want to protect yourself fully, right, like I said, if you're a personal person, it's a lot easier, but still there are some gray areas. It's not white and black.
Yeah.
Right, there are some gray areas. It has its cons and it has its pros. One of its pros is that it's a lot easier. It's a person, an individual,
But it's not easily transferred.
and that's one of its cons.
Okay.
But the pros of being an organization is that you're going to it's be easy to transfer. The cons is
It's also
you're going to have to spend
quite a number of amount of money.
but there's a belief I know I have is this: no money is too much in protecting what you own.
Yeah.
No amount is too much. Of course, there's what they call excessive, but in
At a reasonable
price, yes, not
It's
amount
not so
is
much
too
to
much
protect what you own.
what you own, because the cost of not protecting what you own,
It's actually more.
it's more,
than
yes.
the cost of protecting.
Yes, so let's take this Billard and
Oh dear. Okay.
and
Very dark man.
Very Dark Man, BDM, yeah. This is that as an example. So there is a particular I think it's not the word Rattel, right? Rattel.
Yeah, Rattel.
Yeah, Rattel, yeah. If you go and check the IPO portal right now, you realize that VDM trademark Rattel in about 42 or 43 classes.
Oh
The
dear.
reason why I could not trademark in the over 45 classes is because someone else already trademarked in about 2 or 3 classes.
Wow.
Like, yeah. So that was the reason why he was able to trade. He wanted to trademark.
He wants to own it
So
in
now one thing
big
about
industry.
trademark, one thing about intellectual property industry, instead of me just limited into trademark, intellectual property in general is this. It is not who started using it first. I don't care if you be using it, even if we are born with the name, I don't care. Why did I start
owns
it
it
first? It's as simple as that.
Who
filed it
Who
first?
files it first? Who man?
It's first come
I'll
first.
start trademark your name. You're welcome.
So it doesn't matter if you've been in the name since, if your great grandfather gave you the name, it
Jesus.
doesn't matter. It is who filed it first that is the owner of the name. So it's first come first serve. He doesn't care whether you've been. So there have been issues, there have been cases like, as a matter of fact, people usually ask me, like, hey, Ezekiel, what's the difference? Which one is much more? Which should be best for me at this stage? Between CAC and trademark. I'll just tell them what you are building. That's what you want to raise as. Is it a product? If it's a product, if it's just a product, can it be fit in your existing company? If you have an existing company, can it be fit in your existing company? If yes, please go and trademark it and fit inside your existing company. Because the truth is this: nobody really cares about the names on the paper, like Paperworks names. Only cares about the names on the brand, like the branded name. For example, now, if you have your CAC, you registered your CAC and you've not done trademark, you have no right to go and set up a billboard and publicly claim that name, like make an advert on a billboard using that name. You just have no right, because if someone has taken that name, the person can come and sue you. It's as simple as that. The person can just come and just sue you for impersonation. Because clearly that's what it is.
Basically similar. You just be VDM and Billard part 2.
And the worst thing is, now the person cannot sue you if the person is in different industry.
But if person
Because
like
trademark has 5 classes. And what I will always say to people is, see, you don't know, especially in Nigeria, a lot of people pivot a lot. founders pivot a lot.
Yeah.
You find that they are building one thing, the next moment, or
You are already in another industry.
you are in another industry, or your company itself, it's not like you change your brand, it's not like you close down the company. That same company has pivoted to something that is doing something different, entirely different from. So I would say that, see, really can't tell the future,
Yeah.
right? And one of the things I would say is, one of the things about today is this: if you have the resources to try to trademark in all, or
Class.
at least not all 45 classes, but
Like, what
so
are
the ones that will be reasonably
Okay, that looks reasonable enough.
like those that will be reasonable, that looks like it's likely
I
that
this
come across this thing.
at some point in my life.
At some
So
point in
let
my
me just
life.
protect it now.
Because especially with that same name. Now, why we come back to the question, or to what I was saying before, that trademark or CAC. See, if you have an existing CAC that does not have a liability problem, what I mean a liability problem, that you've been filing your taxes on it, you've been filing your, does not have any issues, compliance issues, just trademark everything you want on that says. But if you have a compliance issue, please don't. Now, one of the things I'll say is, you see all of you that all the people that are having companies of like 100 million, 10 million shares,
Yeah.
etc. Some of these people, a lot of them also have a company of like 1 million shares capital too. A lot of them. Right? What I would just say is, if you don't have and you have the resources, don't trademark or copyright anything. Don't protect anything under your personal name, especially something that has to do with a branded asset. Instead, if you don't have yet, if you know what your company you're having now is like a 10 million share capital company, see, there's what they call structure of a company. As a brand, you want to properly structure yourself so that if one of your, if you are it, so you at least you are still protected in some way. Okay, one of the things I always recommend is that have a company that is responsible for intellectual property. I mean company that intellectual property are registered under, company that owns the intellectual property. Do not make the operating company the owner of the intellectual. If you have the resources, especially when you have the resources to do this, because, and again, just make it a million share capital, because nobody really cares. It's just to protect the name basically and make sure that you're compliant with the basic thing, which is the sales and all filing, and the and your tax, your NIS file it regularly.
That's all.
That's all. Basically, that's all. Provided you don't have any special thing you are doing on that stuff. That's all. Then your operating company cannot be the one compliant with NDPC. If you need to be compliant with FCCPC or whatever license, regulatory body that you need to be compliant with, let the operating company face, because the operating company can be it. And if the company that you are owning, you own, is the one that is that is covering everything, is one that owns the intellectual property, the operating company. What happens when it's or when it's faced something that you cannot, it does mean that the intellectual property has also gone with the company. That's what it means, because the fact that you're a founder does not even give you the right to transfer the intellectual property of that company away from the company by itself.
Wow.
Yes, there are processes to do that, but because the fact that you're just the founder, you cannot do it without the consent of the company itself. So it means there's just going to be a lot of back tights as to why. So just, if you have the resources, try to have a separate operating, sorry, there's a word for it. It's called a intellectual property an asset company.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, basically. Then some companies not just own intellectual property on that. It's like they not just it's just Nigeria that we don't really take what's it called? We don't really take patents as very serious.
Yeah.
We don't really take patents very seriously in Nigeria. We don't take intellectual properties. You see a lot of companies, they don't have, if you ask them what, they'll tell you, it's trade secret. How is it what is it protected on? Like, yes. Fine. We know that anybody that created something owns it by the law.
Yeah.
Right? The law states that whoever creates something is the first owner.
Yeah.
Right? So that's going to bring back to a topic very simple. Let's just finish this thing. So you need to ensure that you are protected. Everything that needs being protected, protect it. You're a company, and then you have a catchphrase or a slogan or a motto or something,
And it's not
and
protected.
then you are just going. It's not protected.
You're playing with your life.
No, you may not even be playing with your life, but does it make sense? Make it make sense.
I guess.
So someone say now, you say intellectual property, you say intellectual what? It's because it's the truth. It's the truth. How can you be having a company for how many years has Billot been having Ratel? And then only to find, and he has the resources.
All this time to have.
He has the resources to have, I don't know, I'm not, I'm sure that he's well surrounded with people that are, but one of the things that when I say things that, my question is, those legal representatives, the compliance officers, the people in charge of compliance and management, or a management board, then do they ever even think about compliance?
Now, this is in terms of VDM or in terms of Billot.
Yeah, in terms of Billot.
No,
Hold on. I'm going somewhere. In terms of Billot, not just him, because I've dealt with a lot of companies that the founders are just very
lackadaisical.
Exactly. They're just like, so what? If you don't do it, so what? If you don't do it, you will lose your brand. Let me not say you may not lose your company, you lose your brand.
You lose your name.
And what happens if you lose your brand and the person sends you a letter that stop is refrain from using this name because it has been protected, and you refuse, and the person then come and sue you for money you do not have.
Imagine someone sues
and then
$100 million.
Exactly. And then at worst case scenario, you will start negotiating,
and they will not hear.
And
because they begged you did not answer.
And by the time you want to settle outside court now, the person will also still take at least everything that you want, you will take it. Like, why don't you just do the barest minimum? Nobody is coming to steal your money. Just do the barest minimum. See, we really jump into compliance. So let's not even go there, because a lot of founders, a lot of business owners, they are just the level of their anyhowness
is much.
They will not be like, and so what?
What will happen?
And so what? Like,
what's gonna happen?
I was speaking to some of my students, and that got employed, basically, as an accountant, because I train accountants.
Okay.
So, and then they were like, okay, my boss have not done this and that. And when I tell him, he says, and so what will happen? I think that, did you explain to him the consequences of these things? They said yes. I said no problem, no problem.
Let it happen.
The day it will happen,
they will come back crying.
And they come and look, asking you for solution. At that time, there is no solution, because the only thing is to beg the person that has to marry. Okay, find a middle ground. Generally, the person leaves it for you and sells it to you, something that you could have done for less than 200,000 naira.
No,
it's person that starts selling it for you by $1 million per one.
Per class.
Yeah, per class.
Oh dear.
Or maybe more.
Wow.
Maybe more. And if the person just want to just hate you, the way VDM and you tell the guy, go F yourself. I don't care.
I don't care where you are coming from or where you are going to.
Like, she just can't use. I'll make sure I come for you every.
But you see, this VDM and Billot matter. Literally, Ratel is for VDM. Billot just literally wanted to look for trouble. So that was why it was not like he did not play the new app.
Okay.
He renamed the app that they have for crypto thereabouts. Now he changed it to Ratel. So just to look for trouble, then he started saying that he has trademarked it. That was after he said he has trademarked it. VDM gave him a little bit time. Let that one settle. Now brought proof that he has trademarked it in all of these classes. He didn't show proof. Then after that, he did signboard again and all of that. VDM left him. Let him have his peace. Then after
there's a saying that goes, when your enemy is making mistake,
You let
Tell
them.
them.
You let
You
them.
don't try applaud them.
You have done that. Okay, no problem. I like what you're
There are
doing.
many ways you applaud them. You applaud them by being vulnerable, like being scared. Oh my God. No, you're not, intensifying for them to keep making that mistake.
In short, I'm enjoying what you're doing.
But you don't know.
You literally, it's like someone is, the truth, and this someone is lying to you, and you're like looking at the person.
Applaud them.
Well,
So basically that's it. So again, you see the intellectual property is something that creators basically need to take very seriously. Because through this, if there are no agreements between you and the company that is hiring to do a job, you can keep quiet, so you don't need to say anything to them. Let me say you are creating if you're a software developer, you are creating a product for a client, and there is no agreement about in the agreement there's no intellectual property transfer.
okay.
You don't have to say anything because of course it's in your own favor. Because by law it's yours.
Yeah.
So after everything, if the company eventually raises funds, you can go and tell them that I want to collect my house back. It was like, we paid you. Like, no, you paid me. Yes, you paid me.
You paid me to borrow you.
You paid me to borrow you.
Jesus.
You did not ask me to transfer the rights to you. Yeah, I built it for you, but it's still mine. I can decide to,
I
take it
own
down.
everything.
I own it.
Because it's my hard work.
It's mine. So just try. It's like, see, the thing is, if you're going to give a lawyer to draft your documents for you, of course, which I recommend that you do.
Every single time.
Maybe not a lawyer, maybe someone experienced in the industry.
Okay, yeah, now answer is there.
If you are going to give someone experience, please let me use a lawyer, because now, let me use a lawyer before I come to someone who's experienced. Not every lawyer is experienced.
Yes, that one's
in the corporate governance.
Yeah, in corporate world.
Not every lawyer is.
Yeah, and there's some
lawyers that
charge and bill.
there's some exactly. No, let me know call them charge and bill.
Really, not like charge and bill though.
There are some lawyers that they are good,
but not in the corporate part. They are not
but
concentrated
when
in the
it comes
corporate
to you now ask those kind of lawyers to write you like kind of an agreement like this.
They are not really.
There's so many clauses that
they used to be there.
that they might not might be blended C too. Yes.
Okay.
There's so many clauses that although yes, we all know that all these things we are built on templates.
Okay.
We all know that most of all these things, let me not say all of it per se, but lot of it, let me not even say most, but a lot of it are built on templates. But then these templates may not be exact word for it's not like exact word, it's just like something to highlight. But still again, you need for you to properly draft a contract, you need to understand the details.
Yeah.
Because it can be very, very, very tricky. More times sometimes you see some people draft a contract of like 2 pages. I see some people draft a contract of like 15 pages. And you have like, what are you writing? I tell you, they're just trying to protect themselves. Yes, so you need to read all 15 pages. If you go and sign anything, who knows? You sign your warrant, sign your death warrant. Wow. Yeah, you don't know. That's why you need to creators try and read those documents. What you don't understand, carry Google. Google is your friend.
Literally, Google is your friend. Though.
If you don't have, I'm not saying. See, some lawyers are just may not be very affordable, and it's not their fault. That's their source of income, and if they start their permanent source of income, and
they are being affordable to everybody,
no, it's not about being affordable. If they are, of course, affordable to a number of people, at least they will break even.
Yeah.
But just how many people are trying to a lot of people are going to ChatGPT. A lot of people, ChatGPT is their law firm. I'm serious. Like ChatGPT.
ChatGPT is their law firm.
I'm serious. Yeah, ChatGPT is their lawyer, is their law firm. Like I'm not talking about their lawyer.
He's
The law firm.
He's the accountant.
Is everything. So, and those kind of people, it's very easy for them to make mistakes. And those kind of, it's funny how I read a document drafted by an AI for a client. Like the client asked, "Do you have an existing document?" I was like, "Oh, I gave this person a document and he signed." I was like, "Send me the documents." So he sent it to me. I was like, "Oh, 7 pages." I was like, "Oh," because I've been a lawyer that drafted it. Okay, I went through it. I was like, I was very, very surprised because I was seeing a lot of people draft ChatGPT, use ChatGPT to draft, and
it's rubbish.
Because don't like ChatGPT don't like AI cloud or
you have to know what
you have to know what to prompt for it to actually do something proper.
Yeah, that's it.
It's not like it can't. Yeah. So when I checked it, I was like, okay, who did this for you? He said ChatGPT. I was like, okay, and I asked some further questions. I said, use the template. So I like, okay, that explains it because there is no way you can't. You need to have seen
something to be able to
draft something that is like there are some things that are still missing that are very important.
Oh yeah.
There is, for example, now the right of false refusal. It was although it was a co-founder agreement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the co-founder is not the technical founder. The co-founder is the technical founder.
The co-founder.
Yes, is the technical founder.
Oh, okay.
Like, he's a technical person, and he is not a technical person.
Oh.
So now, and guess what? It was so detailed, but some things were missing. And as a matter of fact, their intellectual property, this thing was vague. You know, one thing was, if you are drafting a document, you need to ensure that the document is not vague. It's as precise as possible. So that to any reasonable person, to anybody reading it, to a reasonable person who can read and understand,
would read and understand what is there.
By first thought, should be able to understand that, okay, this is what this thing is talking about. Because once that is out, once a reasonable person start giving many thoughts, once it's ambiguous, then
there's a problem.
Because then it's exposed to multiple. Once it's exposed to more than one interpretation, it's a problem already. So to make sure that it is free of ambiguity, for you to be able to, come up with something very
reasonable.
See, bottom line is this: if you are going to be a creative and you are going to excel in a creative industry, you need to be able to read documents.
As a creative,
you need to be able to read and understand documents for yourself. So even you're going to send it to the lawyer. So you and your lawyer can have
a discussion.
Do you know how difficult when your lawyer needs to walk through everything?
You yourself as a person, you need to have gone through it.
You need to have okay. But your lawyer didn't talk about something like I saw something, I don't know the meaning, I don't have checked it all, but I don't know why it's here.
The lawyer to even work faster.
The lawyer will not be done to, okay, I tell you, the lawyer will not be done to, okay, this and this and this is why, and this and this is why. Right? I'm not saying that you should read and challenge. I'm saying read and understand.
Yeah.
So when your lawyer is talking to you, you understand
what you're going for.
You understand what you are going for. It's not like one that yes. By the time the lawyer is finished, he's done talking. Right. You don't even remember the first thing he said.
Yeah, no.
Because why? It feels too much for you. The same thing. You see, that's the problem. You see, compliance generally feels too much. It feels overwhelming for every startup founder. Even for management board, compliance feels overwhelming. How much more a startup founder that thinks that everything that he needs to do is build and launch his product? I'm serious. I thought he thinks everything he needs to do is build and launch his product.
Push it to.
Marketing is there. You will force to run mad.
Marketing is
now there.
Marketing is one of the craziest part.
You see, people underestimate all these things.
It's crazy.
People underestimate.
This comes more from when the founder is now just a technical person.
Exactly.
They just think, most of them, let me say maybe a first-time founder, most of them literally just think, when I'm done, everybody, like when I hear,
If your product is good, you to market it, sell itself.
that's the wrong guest. Like, that's the wrong
That's
guest.
good. I'm a very good developer. I'm a very good creative. I don't need to.
I
I don't
need
need
yeah, I don't need to run that. Seriously, I've seen a lot of founders that have maybe not. I've seen first-time founders, right? Actually, having to run through that issue. They created their app. Most of there's this thing that when you create something because of a problem you have and you think everybody has, you are going to have issue on the long run. Because you had that. Okay, let me use an example now. I wanted to carry my water, or I wanted to pick up my phone, and I think, I don't feel like always going to that table to pick my phone. Let me create a robot or let me get a software that can make my phone disappear and come here. It's a me problem. You understand?
Sorry, if you're able to create a software that can teleport your phone,
Bring it up.
oh, you are using it for the wrong device. You should be a transportation company.
Now you just
Let's say, boy,
Okay.
pivot.
no, imagine, because that is or let me use this because I think there is hold up on the road. I want to know where there is hold up on the road before I leave home, and I create a software that tells me traffic before I leave home. Yes, it's actually a very excellent thing. But when it comes for the time for you to hit the market, that's when you now begin to know that it's one thing to have your work on Play Store or App Store. It's another thing for people to actually download. It's another thing for them to download and use. Because at that point in time, that's when you now begin to understand that it's not just about marketing. They can actually live their life outside of it. So the moment they can live their life outside of the circle of your app or whatever you're building, you need to understand that it's not a core thing that would make I ask people, why do you think WhatsApp keep adding features? They want people to always stay on the app because they're finding out that people are leaving. Like, they want you to, at the point, they added status. That, okay, at least if you have something to watch about other people, you have more reason to actually stay longer in the app. They added WhatsApp channel. Now you can run ads inside WhatsApp. A reason to confine you inside that place, despite the fact that there's Instagram and there's still Facebook that is being owned by Meta. They will always give you something to want to keep you in the midst of what they want. So most of the time, when it comes to first-time founders, the problem they have is, I have this problem, I can see this problem. Most of them don't do market research. They don't check, okay, if I have this problem, how many people have this problem? Because it is one thing to create a product. Is that the second problem they will now have is when it comes for people to pay. Okay, now you're just telling me to start paying because this app can tell me that there is traffic on the road. Why should I can easily call someone. Yes, it is good, but when it comes to understanding the payment, the way Nigerians love to pay.
You see, there is this thing I like to say. It is one thing to build your app.
It's one thing, yeah.
Yes. And it's another thing to have made a research for building your app.
It's completely different.
And this is why I always say that, see, if you are new in a field, don't try to be innovative. Just do what everybody is doing at first. Nobody is saying that you can't be innovative.
But calm down.
Nobody is saying, but chances are that thing you think you want to innovate on, you are wrong.
Yeah.
There's a great chance. Is that you're wrong or you're too early?
Yeah. Because timing in entering the market, it's another crazy thing.
So if you are too early to crash you, it will crash you, not cook.
It will literally crash you. Another person will now come and do the same thing. Now be asking that
I did this
thing, you were too early.
Now, apart from this matter is not about being early, it's about building right.
Right, yeah.
There's this thing that, for example, nobody is going to pay a subscription fee to check traffic.
Seriously.
Nobody's going to pay every time they want to check traffic
Even
either.
Netflix, so they are still canceling their subscriptions.
So, what then? It means that these people that have created a traffic view system,
Yeah.
they need a product. That is not a product.
That's just
free.
a feature.
That's
Just give it as a
that's
feel
feature.
thing. Let them
That's
enjoy.
actually a feature. Something that should be for free.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, and then because even Google Maps too, you can
Google, you can easily do that on
check,
Google
you
Maps.
can check
Yeah.
whether there's traffic somewhere or not.
Yeah. Google Maps can
See
easily
every
do
traffic,
that.
you see red, low traffic, you see kind of yellow, right? So, right?
Yeah.
Yellow.
Yeah. I think I'm not really sure about the color, but I know Google Maps does
Yeah.
that.
So why do you want to try to monetize what's already free and readily available by everybody? Anybody using an Android phone, which is vast majority, that literally has it on their device for free. What would make them not download yours and pay for yours? Like, what are you giving them?
Right.
There
It's
is
a lot.
something else you need to offer. I'm just saying. I'm sure that's just an example,
Okay.
right? Again, there are so many things that are possible when it comes to pricing. See, price is a different conversation.
There's a lot
There
though.
are so many things. So when I say a lot of founders, I'll feel like, okay, you figure it out.
On the long run, that's it. As long as you can,
Figure it
you
out.
can be consistent and
I have
stay in the game.
I've had founders. In short, I even have one recently that is raising funds. Short, she has raised funds already. Right, she has raised funds. She has raised funds, like the money to companies.
Wow. Okay.
Then it's just so interesting that the amount of time she has pivoted. And you know what? Each of the pivots gives me goosebumps. Because it's just like, oh, this is it. Every time, this is it. Like, each one of it feels a lot more
Better.
promising than in previous. And guess what? It's actually promising. It's not like it just feels promising. It's actually promising. So it's just like picking. And that's one thing I say about entrepreneurship. See,
You can
if
jump
you're
from one thing
creative,
to another.
one of the things that it means you're an entrepreneur too. So
Literally.
try as much as possible to pivot.
As much
If
as
you're a
possible.
graphics designer, try and pivot.
It's like
to-
saying have multiple streams of income.
it's not pretty much about money. You can leave graphics designing alone and do
And
something
two,
else.
maybe you are
So it's not about creating multiple streams of income. I'm not saying you should create. I'm saying that you should. I'm just saying. Let me tell you something. The truth is this: multiple streams of income itself is a lie. You need one stream to make you wealthy, but you now need
Yeah.
multiple streams to now sustain it. If you are not yet wealthy and you try to engage in multiple streams of income, you will crash.
okay.
It's a lie. Do you know how Dangote got rich? Look at how Elon Musk got rich. Dude, these guys just don't one thing. Probably is when they're even selling it off. That was when they even make their money.
Okay.
You will claim that Dangote has multiple, how many companies? They'll start mentioning names. These people how did they make that first money that they're using? They just
I think what you're trying to say is your big break would actually come from one.
one.
But
So don't try to do anything.
Your sustainability comes from multiple.
Exactly. So
Okay.
don't try to do anything you've not gotten your big break.
Okay.
This is the essence of focus.
Don't. Yeah. How will I put it? Don't spread your wings when you can't fly.
One way to put it.
Because if you are trying to fly into another place and your wings can't open wide, you're literally not just going to crash maybe the person you are holding. Where you are going to, you will not get
So
it.
you see what the Bible said about casting your bread upon many waters. Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 1.
Right on, Papa.
There are different verses there are different translations.
Okay.
But I think the New Living Translation, the NIV, and King James, one of them talk about casting your bread upon many waters. Some of them actually said cast. Some of them actually use a different translation, but cast your bread. When we say cast your bread, not your seeds, because your seed is not enough to be casted upon many waters.
Okay.
Do you understand?
I think if I get what you are trying to say, it's like a phrase, a quote is actually on my head that goes around. You don't use how will I put it? You have how will I put it? When you have you don't use the money for A to fund B, something like that. So if you have a company, you don't pick from that, and when it's not politics you are doing that, you are taking from every ministry that is under you. You know. So if company A is successful, right? You leave company A alone. If you want to exit company A and go and start company B, you have to leave company A alone, let company A keep growing while you go to company B and you stay there. So it's not like you now say, oh, I want to have many streams of income. When you don't have that big break yet, and you are just like, oh, this one make 5 naira today. Instead of letting that 5 naira grow the same company back, you are not taking that 5 naira and you are pouring it into another one. This one will struggle. And the other one too will still struggle. It's like the way Kagan will use an example. He will say, if you, in quote of people that gives anyhow, right? Majorly, let me say, even to siblings. He used one example one day. He says, imagine you have to build your house and all you have in these 10 blocks. And you have that 10 blocks, and that 10 blocks will probably create 10-bedroom flats, right? You can stay there, all your family can stay there successfully. If one of your brother comes in and say, me too, I want to start building my house, give me 1 block. Literally, if you should give that person down 1 block, I promise you, both of you will be homeless. Because you can't finish, they can't finish, and both of you will literally be homeless as at that point in time. So I think from that, it just says, if I get what you're trying to say is, sustain yourself with multiple, but don't expect your big break that, oh, if I'm going to make it in life, it's not because I have multiple sources of income or multiple streams of income. It's because I have this one, and I think it's one thing I've noticed with even investors. If investors want to come and they found out that you have more than one company, they won't. Because the thing that I'm going to tell you is, how should I invest when you have 10 things calling your attention? In short, you have to, if I'm giving you my money for you to do this thing, it's a do or die affair. It's either it works or it works. So you cannot tell me it's either it works or it works when there is another business that you're still running. And it's just like, I think that explains better.
Okay, yeah, that explains better. So I'm just gonna chip into that.
Okay.
Let me just put that into better perspective.
Awesome.
So if you are pouring water into a cup and you are pouring water out to other
Cups.
places in the cup, the water may finish that is pouring,
I none of the cup will be full.
and that cup may not be full.
In short, none.
So it is best to
Fill one.
let the cup be filled up. Then Then out of the overflow, let others start filling up. That's it. So I'm just trying to make a correction to something.
Okay.
You can have more than one company,
Yeah.
but be successful already in one.
In one, before you dive into others.
Before you say you want to open 3 other companies,
Let one be.
let's be
Have something
very
that feeds you.
successful already.
Have something that you can call your name
It's
back
not going
to.
to be as if you are pouring away from one cup. No, the other one, they are benefiting from one company. They are only benefiting from the overflow of the company.
Yeah, I get that.
They are not benefiting. They are not chipping
In
their hand
short,
inside the
it
company.
will be more
It's going to be
easier.
overflow.
It will be more easier. Okay, let's imagine when Dangote started cement, might not be very easy. When he wanted to go into sugar, it's very easy because we already know Dangote. When he wanted to go into flour, it's already easy. We already know Dangote. That name, if you know this video where they were sitting with the president of Nigeria, all of them were like, I'm Kiniko, the Kiniko of Dangote group of company. When he got to his own turn, he said, I'm the Dangote.
I'm Dangote. Like, nobody. I am Dangote.
So, there's nowhere he wants to enter. The big break you have in one, automatically, even if it does not open 100% of the door, it will open the door more than someone that does not have any name. It's like, I want to enter compliance now, and you're already in compliance. How will I put it? Oh, now your son wants me and your son wants to enter compliance, the industry at the same time. Forget about it. The name Odukoya has gone far. And by any door you gets to and say, oh, Oduko, they will open the door. When I get to and say Amagba, they will first say, as how? Literally, because that's just, if you want to enter the media space, it's more in the same space because a lot of people have heard the name, but they realize when they say, yeah, Oduko, sorry, where is it? Who are you? Where is it coming from? And all of that. But I think it makes more sense. It's not like don't have multiple sources of income, but just have common sense when you want to have multiple sources of income.
Exactly. So you can only get your big break from one.
From one, yeah.
Then diversify
your whatever you're doing into
other. Just keep growing.
And that's actually how you can now build your wealth.
Only then can you actually
sustain your wealth.
Yes. Yeah. Only then can you sustain it. That's the best way. Only they can use it because that you can hire people who can, work in your best interest.
You already know people already.
So you cannot be struggling.
You're not struggling.
You cannot be struggling with one and be struggling with another.
You don't want to start selling car now. Do you think you will struggle?
Actually, Dangote, what I like about Dangote is that if you check his business model, he has a circular.
Yeah. He has the
so he's not going to, if you want to go into cars, make sure that he's the producer of the car.
He will not start on that. He think he will struggle like me and you that want to just start selling.
So he will make sure that's the thing. That's for another topic. Like the world will build their wealth is just
it's
just a little bit.
It's different from the way the poor will build their money.
Again, if you have multiple sources of income, try not to. Especially when they are not, especially when they are far apart from each other. But if they are kind of closely related, like for example, you are a UI UX developer and you're also a software developer, I've seen.
Yeah, that's similar.
Yeah, so it's similar. You cannot say that as multiple. That's one stream of income. Yes, you can say, oh, it's multiple streams of income
because it's not big enough.
Yes, within the same niche. It's actually multiple source of income though, but just try as much as possible to merge the one you can merge and let the one that you cannot merge. Just let them go for now, or pursue the most promising or the one that will break you even the earliest.
Yeah.
So I've seen a founder that dropped one of his company and said, "Look, I'm going to come back to this company." Or just focus because this company is going to take me years
for me to eat that big break.
And
I don't have that time to spend.
I don't have that time yet. And I need money to sustain this company because I'm not going to use people's money to run this. Because the truth is this. There is more money than there are startups to give it to. But in truth, there are more startups looking for money.
Yeah.
Than there are investors ready to give.
Yes.
But there are more money in circulation than eligible startups there to receive. What I'm saying is this. Try and build a brand to a level where you become eligible to receive
money. Yeah.
Because you cannot be telling people to put their money where you have not put your money.
It's crazy.
How much of the money have you invested? You're looking for 10 millionaire. You're looking for some of you even have the goals to say you're looking for 100 millionaire when you don't even have up to 1 millionaire in your account. No. I'm not saying that. Like if you can't towards US, you would have been granted. Just in Nigeria.
How much do you have?
The Nigeria funding system is a US. They will give you money if you have 10% chance of being successful. Just 10%. But Nigeria, they need to be sure that you are like 80%.
It's not like
you have to prove that, even if you have competitors, they are not up to your level. You need to be able to stand. Again, let's just go back to when a lot goes into running a business.
Seriously.
And that's why if you are employed, and you would think that leaving your employed job, and go and open a business will give you peace of mind. Should I tell them?
No, let them do it.
If you are creative and you are employed in a company, what I like about creative is this: you can work in more than one company
very well
at a go. So if you're a creative and you are employed in a company, it doesn't stop you from, as a matter of fact, it doesn't stop you from pursuing
Whatever you
what
want
you
to
want to do. So why should you
You
quit?
resign.
See, there are ways of, if you want to resign to pursue another
Stuff.
another job again, it's fine.
Fine. But why should you like?
But you want to resign to go and start something that is completely uncertain.
The Lord will help you.
The Lord will help.
If you are ready,
It's possible. I'm not saying that it's not possible, but ensure that
you are at least have 6
12
months, like one,
No,
just 12 months runway.
no. It's not about 12 months. You have drum that you pack your tears because you will cry. And have journals
That you write.
that you write.
Then you will say your children will read.
You will cry. You see, I'm just saying this because you can have 6 months of saving and you blow everything in 3 months. Because as a business owner,
A lot can happen in the space of one
one
day.
moment you are rich, the next you are broke. You are sleeping broke, you are waking up rich. You are sleeping rich, you are waking up broke. And this is because, see, this is mostly founders that have really not found their big break. You know,
Yeah.
people that have found their big break that have now probably, diversifying into money market and stuff, still face this. I'm not going to say that now. Money that you can are available to be spent. If you're a founder, you understand. Not every money that comes to your account is available to be spent. So money that is available to be spent, like one moment is there, you're spending. Next moment, you're looking for money again like a thief. So it's just the circle. So you cannot be doing this and be doing multiple. You just die.
Because you are talking about company A, you are talking about company B. How do you want to survive?
See, let me tell you something. It's not like you cannot run multiple sources of income still. But if you're going to be running multiple sources of income, make sure you're not the one running it.
Yeah, you're not like really
You're not the one leading it. Yes, just be the make sure you're not the one leading, because it's not. I'm just speaking because there are a lot of people that still think that they can. Of course you can, but ensure you're not the one leading, because if you are the one leading it, and unless you're not doing it well, you will cry. Imagine now cry. Imagine if you have to cry 2 times a month for one company. Each time a month is too even.
It's
like
low.
once a week you have to cry. It doesn't mean that you have to be crying. You now have like 5 companies. You be crying every day. Like exactly, you crying every day. Because there's some company that will not be like, God, what is it? Because
if everything is smooth,
this is because
the next second it will be like everything you've been doing from the beginning of your brand is completely rubbish. And you're just asking question, how did I get here?
This is because you take risk every single time. Especially when you've not break in a business, you will have to take risk.
You don't have option. Risk is literally the game.
That's why they say they are risk management. They are risk managers. They say that you just assess the risk. Okay, if it goes south, how bad can it?
What's the worst that can happen?
What's the worst thing that can happen?
At all. Okay.
That's the problem of that all those managers that have built founders basically that have built kind of a sustainable business, and they are not managing it.
They don't want to take much of risk again.
So no, they are biggest risk takers, because why will you be telling me, and why will you be telling me basically? I'll be telling someone, and so what if I do not renew my license? What will happen? Yeah, make it make sense. Because if you are not the biggest risk taker, then what are you? And so what if I do not sign an agreement with these people that are building my software? What we have? Don't worry, they won't it. And if I'm the one advising those people building your software, I will just tell them to calm down. Let you blow first, because if you are not going to blow, there's no need. But if you have been blown, now come and meet your guy. You have not
come and buy it.
Yeah, come and pay us off.
You like this like that. It's just lawyer that will just say you will not even enter the person's DM.
No,
you just have a lawyer.
No, not the lawyer. Just enter. Okay, why are you doing like this? You did not sign. Where is the contract we signed? I developed software for you.
You did not give me contract. You did not sign contract.
Where is the intellectual property clause in the document? That's when you don't know you that.
That's when you remember he has a lawyer friend. The first thing you do is call. What is intellectual property? In this case, the person is telling me intellectual property. You did not collect your stuff from me. He said, what's each stuff? Maybe I paid him off.
So again, if you are a creative, if you don't have a lawyer friend or have a lawyer family member, because that are willing to even do pro bono for you, learn to read yourself, learn to make researches.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you should go and do this, start writing, drafting yourself, or you will cry. So at least when you receive a document,
Learn to read.
you can read it.
Read and write. It's basic.
And understand it. You can challenge it, even
Ask
without speaking to a
questions.
lawyer. Because, but I think as much as possible, if you can speak with a lawyer first before signing an agreement, please do if you can afford it. Because to be honest, usually the cost of not getting one is greater. The cost of ignorance is actually greater. The cost is greater. So just try as much as possible to reduce these things. These things should be the list of your problems.
Yeah. On the long run, there's
In
gonna
case you are building anything as a founder, because one thing our founders have always, a lot of founders don't even know the kind of list of licenses they need to be. People who have been working in the company for like a number of years, they don't even know the list of compliance documents they need to have. They don't know. So building this software that's
Okay.
is kind of the core registry is the registry plus software. So basically, it has all the list of compliance
Every
documents,
compliance you can need.
everything, CSC, SCUMO, NDPC, your tax, your VAT filing, your
So
LIRS, because
It makes your life easy to know what you need and what you don't
your
need.
special licenses, your NDPC, your DPR permit, your drilling license, your basically all license. Now
I think for a creative, those that fly drone, there's a license for before you can fly drone also. I think so.
no, there is none.
There is. You can't just fly a drone anywhere anyhow.
You can't just fly what?
A drone.
Depends on the scale.
Okay, yeah, that's also
Depends
there.
on the scale. So again, there are licenses that you need to have to actually operate. This is not just for creative, but for general business owners. So it's called Audico Registry. So what you just need to do is go in and check. So instead of you having to speak with, because we know that one of the reasons we build this is because we know that one person cannot do all these things. You speak with your lawyer can only do as much and tell you to meet another person, probably refer it to another person. And the other person can only do as much and refer it to another person. Like, for example, one person does your CAC, another person does your taxes, another person does your other licensing, another person does oil and gas, another person does your NMDPRA, another person does this, another person does that. So it's just more like a central system where you get to see things you're able compliant about. Every document you're compliant about. As a matter of fact, you don't even need to reach out to us, start explaining to you. Because you don't know, of course, you don't know what you need to apply for. Then how will you know what you need to apply for?
Get.
So of course, you don't need to describe your industry.
It's more like a central place where you get every information you need.
Yeah.
As someone that's trying to start in the industry.
Yeah, so you don't need to describe your industry.
And
after you describe your industry, the ones that are related to your industry, that are related to you, pop up. Then you can read articles of each and watch videos of each for like a 5-minute video of each. Kind of tells you to get an idea why it is important, if at all you won't need it. So so something like that helps you, put your documentation together so that you can, because one of the things that will make you ready, investor ready. Is your compliance document. Are you compliant? That's one of the things. So one of the things I would say that if you want to spend your money on marketing and compliance as a founder.
Thank you.
Because honestly, you should only spend your money. One of the most important things, spend your money getting compliant. At least get compliant to a level where you have no issues. There are people building fintechs, and then they cannot start getting CBN licensing. So they need to get some basic compliance document to partner with bigger firms, because those bigger firms that have licenses, for those partner with you, they need some kind of list of licenses. You have some kind of documentation in place already. So at least those documents, you spend your money on those things, get those things in place. Then
it's not like something you would get today and after 2 months they'll tell you to come and get again. It's like just get once.
What? What's that?
I said it's not like something you get now, and after 2 months, when it's not like tax is what I know, probably you get to do every month thereabout. all these documents, like your CSC registration now, once you do it once, you're good to go for probably many years.
Question mark.
No, I'm not like saying like for all. That's what I'm trying to say. Like there are some that can take you for like number of years. It's not like they're going to call you after 2 months and say, okay, oh,
No, not after 2 months, but definitely all compliance. Putting in mind that every compliance document is a renewable document.
yes,
There are no compliance documents that
there is no renewal.
even your SCUMOL. Many of you think that SCUMOL is just once, get it once and you're done for it. No. SCUMOL has an annual filing, it's an annual reporting system that you report. A lot of people don't know about these things, and this is because it's not even enforced
At this point, literally every
scale.
founder.
So
Founder that
so the thing
is in
is
trouble.
ensure that your compliance is not something that you do once and you forget. You need to be on, like, it's not a sprint. You've gotten to the finish line. Even trademark is the only one that had the longest.
Okay, yeah, it was trademark that was in my
Trademark is
mind. I think
7 years.
7. Yeah, trademark was what was my
The only
mind.
one that has the longest. And trademark itself, to be honest, it takes long time to complete the trademark.
Yeah,
It's when between
Seriously.
acceptance letter, your trademark activity is what people call stage 1, and the certification is like a year or 6 months. The earliest is 6 months. That's exactly the gap between it. So let's not go there.
literally.
Again, just try to protect yourself. Intellectual property is one thing that you need to really look into, like system design, patents, system or industrial design, basically, patents, copyrights, and then your trademark. Copyrights, music's beats, drawings, books, copyright, trademark, brand names, brand color, basically not color per se, brand names, logo, catchphrase, motto, slogan. That's it. I don't know if I'm forgetting anything. Then patents, you have an hardware, you created a new way you invented something new that has never been invented before. You made an improvement to a reasonable improvement to an existing design. Reasonable. I'm using the word. Or you made, let me say, something, a pen. You made a pen, of course, you made another way of a pen, another design of a pen. Maybe.
So that means the way you're mentioning pen, the way, let's say, Bic, for example, nobody can literally just, if they patent their design, you can't just clone their design and
you can't just clone their design.
They are literally going to mess you up.
You can't just clone their design. So maybe you want to make a pen that you can call from thin air. Who knows? So who knows what the future will bring.
Literally.
That's you cannot patent the software. You can only patent hardware. So again, one thing you should remember as a creative is that trademark is territorial.
Trademark is also territorial.
It's territorial. So if you trademark in Nigeria and you are operating also in the US, you need to go
trademark
trademark
in both countries.
Not just both countries, because
Both states.
US,
I think US is states.
particular states, yes, you need to trademark in the states. You see, operating with clients from Florida, so you need to trademark also in Florida, aside from the fact that you're trademarking in Nigeria.
Well,
Same to with other.
This is a whole lot, but I want us to.
But I always say if you have the resources, go for the Madrid system. HIV are international.
Oh, okay. There's one that actually covers international.
No, not. It only covers a few countries.
Okay.
It's called the Madrid system trademark.
Okay.
So
but that will be
covers a couple of countries.
And it will just help you stay safe in all of those countries. I think.
Yes.
That's fair. So, before I move forward, I want to ask if people want to reach out to you, or probably your Instagram handle, can you just spell it out? But you don't know, probably want to book a consultation or something. Sure. How can I reach out to you? Is there like a phone number? I'm not sure you want to put your phone number out.
Well, of course, I'm very comfortable putting my phone number out there.
Okay, so you can just give us, call your phone number like 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
Or your Instagram handle.
I know if I call this once, I think it's more like an emergency line. We should be able to grab it.
Okay.
So 090
Okay. 090
111
111
4
4
111
111
3.
3. Wow.
So
090 1114 1113.
Yeah.
Oh, you know numbers of people that have money.
Zero nine zero
1114
1113 triple 14113. So basically, as I said, yeah. So and the Instagram handle is Ifechukudeni IFE CHU KWUDENNY.
I know you will not get it, but
Yeah, of course.
they'll find a way to. Okay.
Yeah, actually, I'm sure it should be on the screen.
Yeah, it's on the screen. So,
it's probably
you get on the screen. They will do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I saw this conversation somewhere and it kind of triggered me. And I'm like, okay, so I'm a freelance and a brand reaches out to me and says, help us replicate this product design. Now, the graphics designer, so to say, is now scared that what should I do?
Okay. I don't get you.
Okay, so I own this.
Hold on. Maybe it's the way you're explaining it. I think I can get the picture now. There is an existing design. And let me say I am the owner of the company that wants the design. And you are the designer.
Yeah.
And I showed you, I want something like this.
Yes.
But it's not the same color.
Okay.
It's not the same niche.
Okay.
Most of it was like, I see this thing, I think I want something like it. It's not the same niche, not the same color. Design itself, well, except for the contents or some certain things, some certain ingredients in the design that makes it exclusive. Design itself generally overall may not be that exclusive. So there are some contents by design that make it exclusive, like the logo, the name, maybe the words that I said on
when
it.
things like that are changed,
Imagine you're a water company, and that guy is my party for life. Or my party. Is my party for life?
yeah, I think it's my party for life.
Party for life.
Party for life, yeah.
Yeah, water this night. Going to go is my party for life.
You're gonna use that.
No, you don't want water.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
drink. Yeah, no,
drink.
You're not being into water. You are into non-alcoholic drink. Yes. That is my party for life.
Using
You can be sweet because
you're in the same
they're both,
industry.
yes,
the same
no.
class.
They are both exactly non-alcoholic
class.
drink. They are both in the same class. So you are like in cough already. So in mind what you use.
So I
That's
think
why don't just throw words that you find
anyhow,
anyhow.
you need to find a way to personalize
Unless
it
the
or
word
something.
is
a general
it's a
word,
general word.
generic word.
the general word. People say it all the time, like year two period, Merry Christmas,
and all of that.
Happy New
Nobody
Year.
can come and
Nobody
catch
can come and say that trademark Happy New Year. Are you okay? Are you sick of
Trademark
do you know how many do you know how many billion of how many
people
billion people that says Happy New Year every single year?
Serious.
So come on, Happy New Year does not pass. It doesn't pass the test. So Happy New Year is not. So it's a general word. It's a generic word. Zap Africa.
Okay.
It's a complicated conversation. You know, Zap Africa was actually not trade. Both of them were trademarked. One of them was not trademarked in the class. It was supposed to trademark them. Trademarking. The other was trademarking. In the class, it was supposed to be trademarking.
Oh dear.
But then the problem is that they kind of are similar,
But they are still different.
but they are different. It's just like alcoholic drink. I can't remember. There are 45 classes. And I know class 36 is financial and real estate. Let me just use drink. There's alcoholic drink and non-alcoholic drink. Alcoholic drink is a different class from non-alcoholic drinks.
Wow. Okay.
But they are good drinks. So imagine you're a company that produces both alcoholic and non-alcoholic. Meanwhile, it's only one that is available for you to be trademarked.
You know, trademark down.
Let me say your non-alcoholic drinks is the only one available to be trademarked. Your alcoholic is a ticket. It's not available. Now what happens?
You trademark that one.
You trademark the one that is non-alcoholic in that class. But the one that is alcoholic, you have to change the name for it.
Or drop it.
What do you mean drop your product?
That's true. Just change the name.
You have to answer. It's like it will be good. It's easier if you have not. That's why.
And if people
That's why
don't
to say, please.
trademark before they know you.
Trademark before they know you.
You know, it's like
Trademark
if
for
I was watching, you know, the person was like, you can practice and fail when you are not popular. The moment you are popular, if you fail, yeah, the world will come for you.
The world will come for you. So try as much as possible to.
But at the same time, there's no bad PR.
There's no what?
There's no bad PR.
Yeah,
At the same time, well, if you know how to manage PR, there's no bad PR.
One of the things I would say, one might see, this is how I'm going to close. If you're going to be a beauty, just get team.
Just okay.
One of your team members, if you're building a software, make sure that you get a technical person
Yeah.
that is going to be part of your team. It saves a lot of stress rather than hiring a dev shop every single time. Even if these people are not particularly dev shop, they are software as a service, they always reach out to you. Yeah, it's still going to be costing you money. So just try get someone in-house that can do basic things. One, and get a PR person. I cannot.
Oh
A
God.
PR person is different from a marketing person, though.
Yeah.
A PR person is someone that can turn
A bad news to a good news.
bad news to a good news. Like, for example, let's just use this bread case as an example. This Bond bread that is suing. I don't know if you've seen the case. A woman who came to the public and showed that this a bread that she has been in her shop for like 2 months. She did not call name. She did not mention
And bread did not spoil.
and the bread did not spoil. It still smells fresh. She did not. She covered the name actually of the brand because she didn't want to start.
It's
She was very
you
careful.
need a PR person to convert
So
such thing.
when the founder, I think it was Bond Bread, I can't remember. The founder, she saw the. I think some people when I watched
they
it, was
know
like
the
people
design
call
and all of that.
people call attention, and so now she's suing that woman for 15 million. And after asking her to take the video down, the man refused to take the video down basically because she claimed that because no name was called, no name was displayed. And one of the claims, I've seen people, as one of the things she said was that she saw someone mention Bombay and she liked it. That means that she has consented to it.
As I know.
The thing is, one thing I want to say is this, from my perspective, this is not fact. From my perspective, the fact that I liked your message does not mean that I'm agreeing to your message, because what other things are there on TikTok?
That I
for
also liked.
Is there are there other forms of emoji now on TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, they are.
No, I think it's when on a comment.
Comments, yes.
I'm not sure. I think it's only like.
So I just like and pass. It doesn't mean I'm agreeing. I'm just like, okay, I like your
That's
train of
another
thoughts,
part.
but it may not be it, right? It may not be it. Pretty much. I'm sure that she must have liked a lot of people's comments too.
You should just go and like.
So I can go on, please. So if you like me, said may not really be
The basis
may not be a very very
strong
good,
base.
strong. Well, I'm saying that I'm not going to say that she completely did something wrong. What I'm saying that what I'm going to say is that I wish she has a very good PR.
The brand.
Yes,
They would have literally come.
they would have been able to. They would have been able to use that system.
No, that scenario as a very
Now the truth is this. So another bread company
can
can
pick
use
that. That's it. And just be like, our bread, just go around. Our bread does not last. Clinical things in the market.
3 days. That's before, because let me say this. Before Agege bread that we used to get in Lagos, if you buy Agege bread today, this morning, and it stays till tomorrow, it will spoil by tomorrow. It will spoil by tomorrow. I'm not joking. It will spoil
There's
by
even a
tomorrow.
brand bread that's coming to my head now, but I'm not going to mention it.
Agege bread, I say everybody produces in Lagos. There are many bakery space called Agege bread for you in Lagos. You know now. It will spoil by the next day. It will. After you smell it, you can't even eat it.
Yeah.
Of 3 days.
It's already
It's
starting mold. In short, after the second day, you already smell it.
The third day, you are seeing mode.
You just have to throw it away. Even the second day, it will take you to be extremely, very stupidly crazy hungry. I don't have option. It's just like I don't have option. I just have to do this thing.
So, for that basis concerned,
I heard from a baker recently, a few days ago. Baker was telling me that she has not eaten bread more than 2 times this year.
the baker.
Yeah.
Wow.
That she has not eaten bread. That she's not like now. She was not like she makes bread herself. She was not like saying that even the bread that she ate was the bread she made. But all she's just she later ended it with, I'm not saying don't eat bread. All I'm just saying is all this bread that they are making now, they are not safe because
They're not. There was
there's this one that is small. It can last 1 week.
no. Let me just say this. You know what? There is this lady, who was the former, is it MD? They call them at NAFDAC.
No, okay.
My chairman of NAFDAC or MD, something of NAFDAC. Then she's late now. Yeah, so rest in peace. I think she's late now. Yeah, so rest in peace. Who fought the bread industry then when they were adding vomit to bread? That's why you see the bread with logo
Bromate free.
I don't know, but I started to think like, is it that they're adding bromate or they're adding the crazy preservatives to the bread? So whatever they're adding to the bread,
You should help us, please.
It's unhealthy.
Not bread.
so the thing is, it's not even about the bread right now. But the thing is, they even if they were the one that were being called out,
Yeah. We could have
there would have been a way that a strong PR person would have been able to
converted that
manage
situation.
that situation.
And the next thing you are saying is you are topping the names. Your name is going up again because of
You only see that they will not spend money,
literally you spent money for things
and
like
the
that.
money they will spend would have been the money that they're about to lose,
I think I saw one that
and they will make more money. Because now, what happens is this: if they lose this case, they are done for.
they are done. Nobody will come for them again.
If they lose this case,
They are done.
they are done.
I've seen a shoe industry that
So at least, honestly, it's not too late for them to pull back and go and
just close the case. That's why many industry loves to.
turn to a PR. It's not
Many
too
of
late
them,
for
they
them.
don't. When at times, it's one thing to know that I need to do this thing. It's another thing to want to prove that nothing can happen. And I think it's one issue most people used to have. They believe that nothing can happen. I'm fine. I'm cool. What do you want to do? I own the company. I'm not. Or they will come back and say we are not putting anything. And on the long run, when they start doing research, they will not tell you that you might not be putting something, but something that you are putting inside has something inside, and that's another very long shot. And it's crazy. I remember a shoe industry, and actually wore a shoe, and while running, the sole of the shoe removed. And the next thing the brand will do.
Let me remember Cucurella when he recently signed with is it Adidas or Puma?
I can't
or
use it, I
Nike?
can't remember.
He recently signed a contract with one of those brands, and it was running, and then it removed, and they turned it around. Where they put it?
I can't even, like, I'm trying to remember.
But
What they created after that, you'll be like,
around.
how?
They turned. The thing is that, so if you have a good PR,
Just
you
get one.
absolutely no bad.
There's no bad PR.
See, let me tell you something. They would have just invited the woman in. What they are supposed to do is this:
Just to bring her in.
no, it's not even. It's to make a publicity.
Yeah.
And make that woman an ambassador.
Ambassador, therefore, let her carry the bread and say, hey guys, you see this bread?
This bread, I
just get
recommend
a good media team that can
just
get you crazy
I'm not
videos.
saying that they should not. I'm not saying if. I'm not saying that they are doing. I'm saying that if there is something they add into it, they might have, at that point want to reconsider.
They have to do that. That's just the only thing.
And then make that person an
And you see that.
ambassador. And their skills
Ads.
will explode.
You like just bring the person in, have the person as an ambassador, promise the person, pay the person off, promise the person you're not going to do that, let the person sign NDA
One of the things
and
I
all
was
of that.
saying is that if you have built a big company, I don't know if people who have built a big company with them, please make PR.
A big thing.
Make PR a thing.
Like literally. And I think
Have people. No, there's a difference when you have people, you have employees that are content creators.
no,
they
this is
just
not
not
that. This is
content creators can be PRs.
yeah. It depends on their level of strategic
Of
thinking.
strategic thinking, yes.
Yeah.
But have PRs. Have PRs.
Just have. Hey,
I think I could be a good PR too.
I think I can be a good fixer. I actually know that.
I think I could be a good, because when I sit,
When I see that certain situation, that can you convert it?
When I see a PR is that how can
How can I convert this thing? What can I make out of this thing? I created the fund and the fund fell down. Okay, what can we do next? Just sit down with the engineer. Can we create the fund that is upside down? Something around that. I say, oh, why did the fund fall down? Because we are trying to give you a fund that is upside down. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
But you know, it's just how you can think inside or out of the box and just get something out.
it's true that if you would check the most crazy all the crazy PRs, you realize that what they are even it doesn't even make
It will not make sense. When they tell you the fan out there, then the next thing they will say, oh, our fan fell down. And that's why we are giving you a fan that can move around.
Maybe the pan is trying to fly away.
It can be as crazy as anything.
Honestly,
The man is trying to follow you.
I can release the fly version.
It's as simple as that.
I'm
I'm
just saying.
A fan that can follow you.
I'm just saying there's a million. That's a PR. That's where the phrase came from. That no publicity.
No PR there's no bad
No,
PR.
but the people that they are, and those, let me say this out. This is not supposed to be appropriate, but let me just say it now.
Disclaimer.
People who their nudes or who they made an inappropriate video,
Yeah.
maybe a sexual video, who eventually leaked online,
Yeah.
and then there are ways they could turn that around for themselves.
There's always a way.
Again, people, except the only PR that's actually a bad PR is when there are of course pretty bad PRs, and one of those bad PR is there's nothing to change it.
There's nothing to change it. It is what it is.
Like for example, a PR that states that
The founder is
no, calm down, drum roll, you're going to be executed. So, yeah, that's like a public news.
There's nothing you can do about
Okay,
it.
let me just say something. When Biawu came to power, I think 2015, 16, there were some of these oil thefts in the South who were caught. And Biawu was like saying, I want to make an example of them so that nobody will steal the oil again. Then he actually executed them.
Oh, really?
I think he executed them or he sentenced them to death because they're stealing countries'
Property.
I said, I do not quite remember if they were executed actually,
As at that point in time, or they are still just
or
playing.
they are still
They are still there somewhere.
no, or they are still in prison. I don't know, or they were released.
On the long run.
But all I'm saying is that PR that this because they released their name, it's going to be executed.
That one is that there's nothing
It's
you can do about that.
actually a bad PR.
That,
for the
that one
person.
there's nothing you can do about. You just have
So
to
yeah,
take it
there are
and
some bad
move on.
PRs actually. So
Yeah, but how will I put it? That
But-
can come in
but when
the
it comes-
place of a brand.
when it comes to branding, exactly.
I'm thinking
It's-
about something now. You're having issues with the brand because of trademark. It's simple. The news is outside. Create another branding around it. Find a way to push that.
EFCC is having issues with you because they're a payments company.
Seriously,
Everybody doesn't know this to come out and tell the world that my client.
It's
They have
because they are too safe.
We are having issues with EFCC because
They want
they
to.
want to get access to your
Seriously,
information.
and we are not
And
giving
we are
them.
not yet
I think
giving them.
that. Now imagine that's like
Now,
what's happening.
compliance section. In compliance side, that's when EFCC have actually publicly claimed you want or claim your brand.
Wanted or something.
It's EFCC or there are some companies that actually claim put your. Now, if FCCPC flags your brand,
Oh, okay.
you need a very good PR
To come out.
to be able to come out of that.
No, it's one thing to be free in court. It's another thing to be free on the street.
Yeah,
And there's another thing to be free on social media.
there's another to be fair on social media. So
Don't
Again,
just get the lawyer.
So-
Get a PR person.
get a PR person, try to turn the story around and try to use the story for your own good, as your own leverage.
Seriously,
So-
let's end with this case of these people that hosted event recently. I've forgotten their name. That one seller, is it not seller, and this brand that hosted an event in Lagos, and one, is it not seller that now went to put a banner on their
Stage.
on the event center. So imagine while coming in. You did not hear that story.
I didn't hear it.
It's a wild news. It was a big is it a moment? You heard about moment event?
Yeah, I know about moments of it, of course.
I want to remember who hosted it. What they're doing is actually similar to what Seller is doing.
Okay.
So during their event, Seller now took a design, printed it and all of that, a banner, like big, and pasted it on the wall of the event center. You get, so I think they said the founder of the events of Moment, I forgot the name of the brand, literally, now told them to remove it. When all of that now ended, when I now saw it, I'm like, seriously, yes, it's okay the way you removed it, but now you did not push anything out after the event. Now, the news that was meant to circulate the internet was what meant to be about what happened in your event. What was now circulating the internet after you spent millions on the event was what Seller did it to you.
Giving them up for publicity.
What is going on? I'm not spending millions on events. Literally, give us close to 20 videos of what happened in the event. You cannot tell, I run hacks on everything. You cannot tell me that give us crazy pictures and all of that. In short, take pictures when they are bringing it down and put it online. Now, you can be as crazy as anything to just change the narrative. And you just, even inside that place, just get someone that knows that, okay, before bringing it down, let's do a video of Kiniko. Maybe people, they put it there. Probably, first thing to ask is, do we have permission to bring it down? Yeah, okay, bring it down, make the face go upside down, nobody's seeing what is there, and let people be working on it as they enter the venue. You see, everybody knows what is going on, but on a plain fact, I'm not literally showing you what they are stepping on. But everybody you understand that everybody knows that this is literally what you just did, and you just like change the narration from they pasted their banner on your wall to the fact that people actually worked on their name to actually enter your event. And just like back it though, you have to be careful when you want to do that one, Tusha. But back it up with a lot of things that happen in the event. And I think with that they would have actually override that. Because to me, the event was not a success again after that. Because to me, the best of events is not the event itself. It's actually what happens after the event. Yeah, the event was a success, but now after the event, there was nothing more to hold people down. Your name was meant to go up, but now instead of your name to be the flying one, all we now have is people literally now, like your competitor is now like dragging the space. They did not spend like 0.5 of what you spent, but all they just did was just put banner, and now they are dragging the space with you. And people, like the founder was literally coming out. The moment took their maybe marketing person, and like I'm like,
you see, there are so many. I'll keep saying, there are so many fights that are uncalled for. So many fights. Just leave your PR team
to handle
it. Because so many actions that founders, if they know, they'll just start boiling. Just
they start boiling.
Team.
You should know. They have to not even let him know
focus
that.
on your. No, they just.
He would know, but
focus. Let him focus.
Just not focus on the event, that's all.
Focus on what matters.
I think from this place, a lot has been said, and one thing is be compliance ready all the time, and I'll say at the same time, be able to read and write your contract. Read contract, understand what you're reading. And I think another thing you can easily pick from this point is have a PR person, have a marketing person, and I have a compliance person. I think I remember something you said that if you're building a product, a software, the best thing is just have a person in-house. That I think that will go a long way than always having to go to people outside. It depends. And if you have the resources, spend your resources protecting yourself. It might not make sense to you now, but don't worry. In the future, it would make sense to you. So, I think we can call it say thank you to Mr. Oduko for. It's nice having you here. No, we are not releasing him yet. He's still here with us. Do you want to go? You can't go. We brought you here. So, we'll be coming back again and to answer some questions, and we have here already. And if you have questions, just drop them in the comment section. They will be answered. If you can't answer them on this live, one thing we'll surely do for you is you'll get them on as a design with your question answered, and will be posted. So you can always drop your questions. We'll answer the ones we can answer, the ones that we cannot answer. Just watch out by the course of the week. Answers to your questions will be dropped. So you can just check and follow our Aqua Cinema page on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, every social media platform. You're welcome. All right, so Mr. Oduko, thank you so much. And I think we'll still be here and see you again for the question and answer time.
Yeah, sure. You will.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you too.
I'm going to eat pommes.
Let me even pause. Just stop it.
Enough. Hallelujah. Eh?
1 hour 37 seconds.
You showing my snake?
Yes, don't worry, I'll show that.
I'm wearing slippers.
No. Actually, I took a wide view because I was zooming.